Hey guys, it's Hetty here. Welcome to the Hetty's Holidays channel. I'm super excited, super nervous. I don't know how it's taken me 3 years to end up on YouTube when someone said it to me in like the first month of getting started. But we're here now. Better late than never. And I'm so excited to bring you guys on this chapter with me. I actually have had something recently that has led me to wanting to be like, no, now's the time for YouTube. So I might get into that. It may be in the next video at some point soon and explain the whys, but I'm all about everything happens for a reason, and this is why we're here, and I'm buzzing. So yeah, please do like, subscribe, comment, find out anything that you want to, ask me anything. But today is a little bit about get to know me. I'm going to keep it short and sweet for my first one, but thanks for following along the journey. I'm super excited. So a few questions I got asked today, and these are commonly asked to me, so I thought I'd pick out the ones just so that I feel like YouTube's your longer form content, isn't it? People want to know the ins and outs, and I love watching YouTube. So yeah, here I am, and thanks for having me. Is that what people say? I don't even know. But the first one first is how I got into travel. So everyone asked me this, and it's actually a great story, not gonna lie, it is a good story. But I'm going to put it simply now, and then I might make a whole video on this very soon and literally go in the ins, the outs, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything about my story, the ups and downs, and, you know, a bit more of a longer video because I feel like people like to know these things. But essentially, to answer the question today, I done the independent travel course that probably a girl is DMing you right now about in your inbox because she sees the potential and sees that you could turn this into what I have. But I said yes, and I was like, what have I got to lose? And this is me now. So independent travel course, as you may or may not have heard, and that's how I got started 3 years ago. Another question I got asked today is, what is the best place I've ever been to? So I love Antigua. Bit random, but it's beautiful. You know, the blue seas, the white sand, unreal. Everyone was so friendly there. Just loved it, and I can't wait to go back. It's such a small, like, boutique-y island, I feel like, and I can't wait to go back and explore. So I'd say that's one of the most beautiful places I've seen. I also love New York, and I feel like when I'm there, I'm living my movie star dream. That is on my bucket list to actually go and live there at one point. So that, again, something I could document on YouTube, isn't it? About moving to New York or whenever that comes around. But it's definitely something I want to do for myself because it's just a vibe, isn't it? I know it's like London and people say it's overrated, but I've personally always had the best time in New York, so that is up there for me. And if you haven't been, I feel like it is once in a lifetime for everyone to go there at least once. And if you have been, I have a lot of girls say overrated. I get what you mean, because I think people think like it's magic, but it is just still a city break. But it is just, it's the vibe and the company I've had and the things I've seen there, I've just loved every time. So New York is up there for me. Also, this is a bit controversial, but Bali is obviously one of my favourite places. Like, it has a special place in my heart. I've always been drawn to Bali, and I couldn't really tell you why when I was younger. Hadn't even ever been, but I was like, Bali, I will live there, I'll do that and stuff, which is funny. But it is a bit overrated, and like, it's more the lifestyle and going there and staying there for a few months. When people say doing it for a holiday for a week or so, like, it's great, and I would never turn it down if you get a chance to go. But like, I feel like it's more the people living over there and the slow lifestyle and the chilled and that sort of vibe, the healthy lifestyle, rather than just going there for a week. Because like, where would you go? Like, there's so much to see and to actually get the whole vibe. I feel like when Molly May's Zoe Haig went and was like, it's a shithole, whatever. I didn't really watch the video, but I just heard about that on TikTok. Obviously I love it, but I also get that people can see like a beautiful Instagram moment and then beside it could be absolute carnage. So I understand when people say that, and I get a bit wary when I recommend Bali to people, because I can imagine like people being like, oh really, I just didn't see the hype. But it's a vibe, and it's the heart chakra of the world, which means you feel like, oh, I don't even know, that's big words, too big for YouTube for me right now. But you know, Bali's up there as well. What are your goals for next year? But also said, what are the plans for next year? So I'm going to try and combine these in two. So girls' trip plans for next year is Nashville. I've been saying Nashville for ages, but I really want to go on a girls' holiday. I love country music. I really just want to get my cowboy boots on and my denim shorts. Also want to do horse riding on a ranch in Nashville. So these are things that are coming very, very soon. And yeah, I feel like I also want, obviously, more tour guides here, there and everywhere, so that we can cover more girls getting on the trip. So it's all about just growth, I guess, next year. Lots of big growth plans for me. And yeah, Nashville is definitely on there. Where else did I say I wanted to do? Oh, I'd like to go to Montenegro. I feel like that'd be a good girls trip destination. So yeah, they're like plans. And then goals, I guess personal goals for me is I want an orange G-Wagon. This is crazy, and I know it's very niche, but I just think like it's me all over. And I actually spoke to the guy who I bought my car from, the car dealership, and I was like, yeah, want an orange G-Wagon, is there any on the market? They were like, no, not in orange, but I'm just manifesting it. Something's gonna come up, some orange G-Wagon's waiting for me somewhere. So that is my personal goal. Also, should probably buy a house, but I just love a holiday so much, you know. I love traveling. I've put that first for the last 5 years or 10 years maybe. So yeah, they're my personal goals. But yeah, these sort of questions, I feel like I might do videos on, not literally what are my goals for a half an hour video, but you know, just there are topics here that I want to dive into more deeply. So that's what's exciting about this journey, is that if you subscribe, there's going to be so much stuff coming in longer form content. Because if anyone can talk for England, it's me. Like, I could win a competition for who can talk the most. Answer for everything vibes. So yeah, YouTube is where I belong, I think. And I'm really excited for it. My hair's falling out. How do you stay so confident traveling solo? This was a fun one. And I guess they meant like me traveling completely on my own, and I have done a lot of that. And I think on that note, it comes with experience. Like on the first time I was pooping myself. Can you swear on YouTube? I don't know. I was shitting myself. But it comes with more confidence, like anything, you know. The more times you practice something, you get better at it. So like, it's nerve-wracking. But also I feel like I want to do, this is another one I definitely want to do a full video on, like my tips and tricks for solo travel, not group travel, like fully on your own. I've got like loads of tips, and you know, having your wits about you and stuff. Like, act confident. I don't go into anything like super unaware or uneducated, and have the confidence, and then that normally carries me through the trip because I know what I'm doing. And one thing I always say is having cash. Like, I know that's such a silly little thing, but people would be like, well, obviously. But I've done it a lot of times and been in a bit of a pickle. Phone gets stolen or lost, or you lose your card, or Wi-Fi, or no charge. And then with cash is king. Like, you can always get home with cash. So that is just a little tip. But yeah, I feel I get confident now just because I've done it a lot. But at the beginning, I'm going to give some tips on another video on how to get confident and stay confident in solo traveling. And it's the best thing I've ever done. Like, until you solo travel, I feel like you actually don't know who you are. Solo travel, you find yourself. And yeah, so love that question. Do I get nervous or worried hosting my trips, my solo trip, my group trip? So it's funny because girls say to me that they're nervous, and I'm like, well, so am I. I'm meeting people for the first time. I'm the one who has it all on my shoulders, and I know that's my job. But like, what it is for me is that I'm not a magician. Like, I could turn up and the weather be really bad, or things just not go to plan. Like, I can't preempt what's going to happen in the future. Like, I can plan for months and months, but you could get there, and as we all know, things change. People are different, things are different, situations are different, and you can only plan for like the ideal scenario. So of course I'm nervous every time. When I first started, I get to know me. God, I'm going a bit deep here. I used to go out all the time before my girls' trips because I was buzzing. It was all new and everything was booming. And I'd be out to like 2, 3 in the morning, and I had a 5 a.m. flyer. And I would be getting up for 5 for the airport. And I used to like not have the worry, or I think I'd party through the worry, so that I wasn't sat in my bed like, oh my God, I'm so scared, I'm so nervous. And now I'm like, no, early night before, occasionally not, but early night before, sit there, have it all planned, go through everything. So it's funny how like you evolve. But yeah, of course I get nervous. Like, things don't always go to plan. One example, South of France trip, Saint-Tropez, 15 girls. I had booked Crazy Pizza. It had just opened that month, and I was like, how bougie, we're going to be the first group of girls to go Saint-Tropez, Crazy Pizza, have all the pizzas, you know, swinging off our heads, whatever you get up to at Crazy Pizza. Love it. But get there, all buzzing, all dressed up. It's closed. It's open on the website. The phone number's ringing through, and I have a full reservation that I've gone back and forth, all confirmed for 15 of us. Then the restaurant next door was like, oh no, they're closed. They don't open now at lunchtime. They're like 2 weeks into opening. It wasn't busy enough. And I was like, well, nobody let me know. So I'm thinking on my feet, 15 hungry girls with no reservation. Obviously, all the girls are like lovely. So they're like, oh, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. We'll still have a good time wherever we went. Went to another pizza place. And the guy was like, I was explaining, like, he said, what's 15 of you doing here? And we got chatting. And I said, we were booked at Crazy Pizza. He was like, oh, my friend's the owner. Let me call him. And I was like, yeah, please get him on the phone. I'd love to speak to him. And gets him on the phone. He was like, oh, yeah, like, yeah, explained. We don't open now because of the lunchtime thing. And I was like, but it would have been nice to be told. I'm super chilled with stuff like this. Like, I wouldn't leave a bad review or anything like that. Like, I'm a happy-go-lucky person, I'd say. But like, even if they'd just sent an automated cancelled reservation, I would have known something was up, had a backup plan, and, you know, not turned up to the restaurant. But they didn't. So I'm still going there thinking that. So little things like that, I cannot control. Even on that same weekend in south of France, it was like the, what's it called? Like High Rocks and Ironman event. Like, these are things you learn on the job. I would never have known that I'm not a fitness Hydrox person or whatever. So I wouldn't have known it was happening that weekend. Kid you not, it was mobbed everywhere. Like, roads were closed, things were closed. It was just like, so little things that I probably could control if I could see into the future, or maybe done extra research. But, you know, that's why I get nervous, because I can only do what I can do, and then fate takes the rest of it. But what I will say is the girls say they're nervous about coming, but like, everyone's in the same boat. Like, they're always like-minded girls that want to just have fun, want to solo travel. That's the whole point. I always say this to girls as well. Like, if this wouldn't be about if like all friends had earned the same money, had the same time off, had the same commitments, and the same, like, was in the same situation with life. But unfortunately, like, friendships drift apart, or people have different work shifts or different commitments, or people are in long-term relationships, people become single, like, people have different budgets, people have more like other priorities and stuff. So like, we're all in different situations. So all the girls that do come on these trips are like wanting to have a good time and are there for a reason. So I've kind of diverted here, but if you're nervous, I'm nervous, everyone's nervous, but it always turns out for the best. So little tangent, but this is why YouTube is my calling, because there's a space for everyone here, and you can sit, grab a cup of tea and enjoy yourself. Lovely. What advice would you give someone starting out in travel? So again, I'm gonna do a longer video on this one, but just to be honest, like, just get started. Like, I didn't know anything. I never knew it was going to be this big, this crazy. The things I've learned in the last 3 years are like, wow, it's crazy. But I didn't know any of this. And people think, oh, it looks so easy and you know what you're doing. But I didn't, and I still don't. I paid for ChatGPT. It's like my PA. Sorts everything out for me at the moment. Like, you're not meant to know it all, but if you don't start, you'll, one, never know it, and you'll, two, never know what it could be. So I would just say start. If you've got an idea, get going with it. Because other than that, travel's booming. It's a very popular trending industry, so you haven't got that to worry about. It's more so yourself probably holding you back. And have a niche. Like, a lot of people will know orange is like my favourite colour through and through, and I will constantly have something orange somewhere. Even my candle's orange, my book's orange, everything's orange. So like, people then send me things that are orange. I don't really get how I'm relating this to branding, but branding is so important. And if someone can see you for your company for a reason, or for something that reminds them of that, you're instantly in their thoughts. And I feel like, commit to it, and it will evolve, you know. So like, commit to it, get started, be passionate about it. I've never not had a day where I'm like, this is amazing, I love travel, this is gonna work. So manifesting as well, like, yeah, just get started. Nothing's gonna work if you don't start. That's one answer I can give you. If you don't get started or don't chase your dream, you'll never get there. So at least start, learn on the job, and you never know. Best case scenario is that you're filming YouTube videos on a Wednesday afternoon. Like, life's good, guys. But yeah, last thing I will answer is, what is the hardest part about running your business? So I would probably say, like I've just kind of covered, not knowing things. Like, there's so much I didn't know. I didn't ever really study business. I think I did AS level business, but then I didn't finish it. So I wasn't clued up for this. I've learned on the job. That's probably the hardest, is actually navigating like an accountant, and, you know, frequently asked questions, technology, like loads of things. But no one knows these things off by heart. You just teach yourself. So that's the hardest. And probably a bit of like, I'll say motivation, but I'm very motivated, but more like structure in terms of that, because I do have my own day on my own schedule now. if my friend wants to go for lunch, like best believe I sit and have a glass of wine at lunch and then nothing gets done for the rest of the day. So more so, I wouldn't say motivation, I'd say more like time management and prioritizing. So yeah, I feel like that is a little bit of a snippet into the Hetty's Holidays lifestyle. Really excited for this era, excited for what's to come, loads of video ideas to share with you guys, and hopefully you've enjoyed. Please comment, like, subscribe, do what you need to do on YouTube. I'm super grateful for every single one of you on this journey with me. And yeah, Hetty's Holidays takes YouTube. Let's see what we'll get up to.